Okay. Clearly, there is going to be a lot of things that are going to be going through your mind in terms of what this person is like not being forthright about. Like, I feel like there needs to be more like direct answers. And I say that because of the Page of Swords sitting there, but we'll get to that. So, the Nine of Swords being the overall, we're talking about fear and anxiety, overthinking things, thinking about, worst case scenario, right? Now, you come into this with the Three of Cups. I don't want to say that in the past there was any kind of like cheating, but definitely could be about like another person like being involved. Now, on the other hand, though, the Three of Cups, right? This could be somebody that you are just like friends with, you know. At least there's like a friendly kind of like connection between the two of you. And I think that at some point in the past, they needed to kind of like find the strength to get control of the way that they were thinking and tell you how they feel. And that may have happened. But you moving into the Queen of Swords, there is, something about this person that kind of like, I don't want to say puts you off, but puts you in a place of, this is not like something I want to get involved with, right? Like, especially if there are other people involved. So, like, I don't feel like it's a third party situation on your part. I think it's them. I think that there is like somebody else that's, kind of involved, but kind of not. Like, I don't feel like this person looks at the third party as somebody that they're actually in a relationship with. Like, they don't see it that way. But you might, besides being friendly with this person, right? But that's not something you want to be involved with. Like, I feel like there's a part of you going, I don't want to play those kind of games, right? But then we're also talking about a very serious conversation. Because I get the feeling that the Queen of Swords is you, whether you're male or female. You know how that goes. Now, with the Knight of Wands, and this is why I don't think that you see this person this way. With the Knight of Wands, they are caught up in the idea of running away with the passion that they have for you. And I look back at Strength and I think that they have tried to hold themselves back from like letting passion override them. But I think it's because it's something about you. Okay, so I've always said that when it comes to Aries, again, whether you're male or female, I don't think you have any idea the type of energy that you give off to other people. And I think that that's what's going on here. Like, they are so wrapped up in that passionate feeling that they have that they just want to run away with it. But you're like, no, because there are some other issues. And I think that, you're being very logical about it. But you're also like, I think, wanting to be in this place of not wanting to get super attached. Now, when you move into the Sun, we're talking about like feeling good. Like I feel like energy is being renewed into the way that, you think and feel about this person, but that's only because they have options right now. Like, I look at the Two of Wands, and like I said before, and this is what I'm talking about. If there is another person involved, it's not on your part, it's on their part, okay? That I want to be very clear about, because that's the definite feeling that I'm getting from this. So it's only going to apply to those of you who know what I'm talking about. But they don't see it as I'm in a relationship with another person. They're just somebody that's there. But I could choose what course of action to take here. But because they're so wrapped up in where you connect this passion and this want to act, I think that they very much are considering a course of action with you. And for you, with the Sun, this is what you are seeing very clearly, for sure. But I also think that for Aries, this is like one of those things where it's not, I don't want to say like ego stroking, but it feels good. Like, it feels good, right? Like, whether or not this goes anywhere at this point, it's one of those things where it's like, right? I know I'm great. But like I said, it's only because you are very much something that this person is considering. But what gets me is the Nine of Swords, right? Like there's too much overthinking, way too much overthinking. And that, because of it being the overall, could very well be the both of you. Now, moving into the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords, this is what I was talking about before. With the Ace of Swords, I think that, and here's another thing about Aries, right? Like you are an open book. You want to know something, I will tell you. You have no reason to hide anything. And here we're talking about absolute clarity and truth, right? And the both of them are like seeing things very clearly. But this is more so with the Ace of Swords. Let's really, clear up whatever fears and anxieties there may be with the Nine of Swords. And I think that you're the one that is like taking the first steps to do that through communicating with this person. Like, let's clear the air. Let's talk about this, right? Especially if there is another person involved. Because I think that you're more logical about it than the other person, because they are way too wrapped up in, like, with the Knight of Wands, this idea of like, let's just, we just need to connect. Like, that's what I feel like. We need to connect. We need to feel each other. Like, but you're like, wait a minute now. We need to talk about some things here. Now, with the Page of Swords, we're talking about, I don't like the Page of Swords. I have issues with it, but that's because of my own personal relationship with the tarot, okay? Because I look at it as, first of all, naive. It is about the communication that you don't want to hear, but I also think that it's about not getting direct answers that clears anything up. So even though you want to clear things up with the Page of Swords, it's not really happening. Right? But there may be some things that this person just does not want to talk about, but it's not like a Four of Swords type of way. Like they're only giving you half of the story, but you're wanting absolute clarity because you don't want to have to get involved with somebody where there's going to be this worry or fear and anxiety because of the Nine of Swords. But with the Six of Wands, yeah, I want to clarify that because I look at that and think, man, they look at the fire that's going on with this person, right? And you are like more logical, clear, and understanding, where they're just so like, I want to act, I want to feel the passion, let's do this, right? So with the Six of Wands, I kind of get the feeling of they want your attention, right? Or they're wanting you to recognize something about them. I kind of feel like let me slow down here. With Aries, I don't know that you want to have anything long-term with this person, even though with them showing like the Ten of Pentacles, I think what they're trying to show you, and this may be some miscommunication, definitely, that may be going on, is that they are secure with themselves. I feel like they don't need anything from you. They don't need you to like be in a relationship with them, right? Like, but I feel like you're coming from a place of, with the Hangman, like, I don't really want to be like, how do I say this? I don't want to classify this as, that's my boyfriend or that's my girlfriend. Like, that's not how you want this to be. That's the conversation that may be going on, right? But I think that what they're trying to show you, or what they want you to recognize, is that they're secure on their own. And I say that because of the King of Pentacles showing up on their side, but I also think that what they're trying to show you is that they're pretty successful. This, I feel like, is somebody who, in terms of career, money, what they have in the physical world, they're secure on their own. They don't need that from you. What they want is physical contact and passion, right? Like, but there's misunderstanding that's going on with the Five of Wands, right? And then looking at the Emperor, this may be like power struggle. I kind of think that they want you to take control of the situation, but I also think that there are some things that they want to have control over because of the Emperor being there. But right? That's definitely you. But the thing is that even though there may be like these misunderstandings in terms of like the relationship in the long term, I think that with the Knight of Cups and looking at the King of Pentacles, they are like okay with this not being Like, we're going to take this relationship to the next level. We're not going to take it to like marriage or moving in together or anything like that. Like, I feel that very strongly from this person, but with the Knight of Cups, you're like, you know what? That's okay. I can do this, right? Like, I want to have this experience. And whatever it is that they offer you, if you are not the Knight of Cups, yeah, we're taking it. We're taking it. But there needs to be some communication between the two of you to clear that up. You understand what I'm saying? With the Nine of Swords being there, we don't want to go into this having fears and anxieties of, I don't want this person to be, super attached. Like, I'm afraid that they're going to get the wrong idea, or, them thinking the same thing. Like, if you would just open up and communicate with them, you would understand that for them, it's more of, I'm okay. I'm a successful person, whether or not I have you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like for them, it's just the physical contact, right? Like, I can't get past that. I'm looking at that Knight of Wands and I'm like all wrapped up in it too. Like, yes, yeah. But I also feel like there's a lot of questions, now for those of you who want to be serious, okay? For the Aries out there that are focused on somebody that they want to be serious with, that they want to take this the long haul, I feel like this person in the end is going to be showing you that they can be dependable. And I think that that's what leads you to kind of like give in and follow your heart here with the Knight of Cups. But I also think that there are some fears and anxieties in terms of them like keeping promises, which can be the case, right? But it to me, it looks like we're overcoming any kind of doubts or fears or questions, but that's only through Aries communicating. Like, let's clear the air. So I feel like for some of you, there are some issues that you're going to have to heal for yourself. Okay. Especially for those of you who are single. So you come into this with the Four of Wands. This is about like, we're just having fun. For those of you who are single and like not really focused on anybody, you're just having a great time right now. Right? Like, anybody that you have any kind of like contact with, it's nothing serious. We're just having a good time. And with the Six of Wands, it's like, because of that, like, how do I put this? It's because of your energy. Okay? Like, your ability to just let go and have a good time. That I think that for some of you with the Six of Wands, somebody is trying to get your attention or putting themselves out there for you. And with the Knight of Cups, you're definitely having an encounter, right? Because that's really what that's about. The Knight of Cups in this deck talks about how this is being open to having an encounter that, normally you wouldn't explore. So if somebody is coming to you, this may be somebody that you didn't really think about, like exploring any kind of like emotional connection with or any kind of like physical connection with. But I don't think that that's you. I think that that's somebody else coming toward you. Now, and it's funny because again, with the Queen of Swords, there's very much, I feel like, a part of Aries, especially those of you who are single, no matter who you're dealing with, that is like, I don't want to have any kind of an attachment. Now, I don't necessarily feel like this Queen of Swords is directed towards somebody who is trying to get your attention. Like, the big feeling that I get is that for a lot of you, this could be somebody, that you are just now meeting or just now considering having a connection with. Now, they may be the Queen of Swords, right? They may be like in a place where they have just broken up with somebody, which can be the case, but they're still very much focused on their ex. And that may be where you're like, with Temperance, holding back and like allowing things to kind of like build between the two of you. We're not really quick to act on anything. But with the Seven of Cups, we're talking about fantasizing about what the relationship could be. Like, you and this person both see how good things could be. That's how I look at the Seven of Cups here. But it is about fantasizing. Specifically about, what a relationship would look like. Now, if this is someone who has hurt you in the past, there may definitely be a part of you that is like not really wanting to have this kind of encounter with them again, because you're coming from a place of, I'm having a great time and I don't know that I really want to go through that again. And that's kind of where I feel like the Queen of Swords is coming through. And that may be the problem. I have to wonder, Aries, this is either you or the other person. Okay, so someone is in a really like difficult situation or bad situation with the Three of Swords, and they know they need to get out of it. And they may be cheating with you, them. Straight up. Just straight up. But there is something healing about the connection. Right? But you are not taking it seriously, but things are starting to build with Temperance. But then I also think that there is a part of you that is allowing things to start to build. Like, I don't think that you came into this with the intention of catching any feelings at all. But Temperance very specifically is about the passion building. And then there's the fantasy about the relationship. If someone would just leave a bad situation. And that may be the issue. And like I said, this could be you or the other person, right? But I look at the King of Pentacles and I think aggressively like chasing. You know, not so much like wanting to dominate, but like aggressively chasing someone, or, you know, them really forcefully like putting themselves right in front of you. Like, I am right here. You want to have a good time? Here I am. You know? But it's healing though. It's so wrong, but it's so good. Like, I don't know how else to put this. And like I said, this is either you or the other person, but the contact that you have heals the pain that someone may be feeling because they're stuck in a bad situation, or they think they are. But there is definitely fantasy about how the relationship between the two of you could be. This usually indicates, for me, that somebody is more focused on that than the relationship. Now, this could be the issue within the relationship. Maybe somebody is too focused on financial success in their career. Because I'm not seeing anything here that indicates financial strain or difficulty. But this is, I think that this is going to be for the Aries that doesn't really want to be in this relationship or in a relationship, period. So, the Fool. This is about walking away from the past, taking a new path in your love life. And then you have the Two of Swords. The reason why this is happening is because there was an offer that was rejected. Now, this could be you being rejected or you rejecting somebody else, and it's because you want to take a new path. Like, I'm literally looking at Aries walking away from this relationship. Now, with the High Priestess, that's because secretly here, there is someone that, you know, you may be wanting to approach. That, or the reason why you're wanting to move on is because you may be finding out that there is somebody who is interested in you. Because the Two of Pentacles is like being embarrassed or not being able to approach another person. And then, of course, with the High Priestess, it's secretive, right? But I have to wonder here if Aries isn't finding out about somebody that is like wanting to approach them. So they're like wanting to make themselves available almost. And this is why I feel like this is for those of you who don't really want to be in your relationship if you are in one, or don't want to be in one period with someone in particular, because I feel like this is two different scenarios. This is somebody being rejected, but this is what the other person actually wanted. So like, if this is you rejecting the idea of being in a relationship with someone in particular because there's somebody else that's either wanting to approach you, them. But it's secrets that are coming out in terms of this. What I don't like is the fucking King of Swords. He pisses me off because this is someone who is not wanting to be emotionally connected. You know, so are you moving into a situation with somebody who is not, you know, wanting to be emotionally open to you or available to you? Right? And that's why we're looking at the Seven of Wands underneath this. It's like you're doubting this person. You're doubting that they feel anything, right? Like you're questioning them. But the Seven of Wands is about overcoming doubts. But I don't like the King of Swords. That bothers me. And then the Eight of Wands. All right. The Page of Swords is going to be about somebody who is like literally up your ass. This is like an instigator. This is somebody who is like trying to instigate in a relationship. Now, an offer is rejected because of this. An offer to have a relationship, an offer to like be more committed, and somebody is definitely moving on because there is somebody who is like instigating. Now, like I said, you can flip the script on this. This is either you or the other person. But this is the situation that's happening. Somebody is walking away from an offer to be in a relationship with someone because there is another person who is interjecting themselves. Now, with the Nine of Wands, what I feel like is that somebody wants to fix the issue, but it may be too late. Like, I almost feel bad for the person here who got rejected, because I feel like this is them, like, wanting to repair things almost with you. But because of a secret coming out about, somebody who is like wanting to approach you, you follow through on that rather than trying to fix things with someone that's been rejected, right? Now, again, that could be you. This could be you wanting to fix things with your partner, but what is coming out has to do with somebody who is instigating in the relationship and wanting to approach your partner. Now, with the Eight of Wands, this is where we're just enjoying our time together. A relationship is not going to go anywhere here, especially with the doubt and then looking at the King of Swords. It's almost like it's only physical. It doesn't go anywhere after this. And I have to wonder, if this doesn't like cause some of you to start focusing on wanting to be more financially secure and independent. But the thing is if finances and career were the issue in the relationship, this may be why, like, you're turning it down. Like, you are so focused on everything else but me. There is somebody who is actually interested in me, but they're not really. And that's the warning with the Page of Swords, because they come out as the King of Swords. Wow, Aries, this one's a little bit complicated. What I would say to you is if you are considering giving attention to somebody who is like acting like they're really interested in you, it's not going to go where you think it's going to go. And if your partner is trying to fix things because they were too focused somewhere else, I think maybe this is something that you should try to give a chance to. But, I can't tell you what to do. That's totally on you. But the thing is that you're going to be doubting what this person actually wants from you if you walk away from your relationship and give attention to this person, because you know that there's something missing with the King of Swords. Emotionally, there's something missing there that they're not going to give you. So it's like with the Eight of Wands, we're just, enjoying the time that you have with this person. But, when do you start addressing the doubts that you have? You know what I mean?